What's up, everybody? So in today's video, we are going to have some fun in the Nissan GT R. For those of you who have not followed along with this build, this is my 2014 GT R, and I have a Stage 2 setup on it. I have oversized air intakes. They are 3 inches in diameter, the Cobb off-the-shelf Stage 2 tune, and then the Armytrix exhaust system mid-pipe back. So that is pretty much a Stage 2 setup for this car. Full boost, we're on 18 PSI, and in today's video, we're going to test the different settings within the vehicle to see the quickest 0 to 60 time possible, and then see what the slowest 0 to 60 time is possible. So high boost setting is going to be 18 PSI. We're going to do some launch control runs, just some normal accelerations to get a good base for what this car can do. And then we're going to tone it all the way down, going step by step pretty much into the Valet mode, which is only 8 PSI. Stock PSI is actually 13, so a slower tune than stock, as well as putting the transmission into save mode, which makes the throttle response pretty much non-existent. So it'll be pretty interesting. We got the Cobb access port, and I'm going to be using its 0 to 60 time measurement device in it, as well as having the GoPro up on the dash here to see the actual gauges. So if I hit the cancel button on the steering wheel, you can see how the boost gauge is now down to 0, and then using my cruise control setting, I can make it go up and down. So all the way down is map 0, which for the Cobb off-the-shelf map, that is the full boost 18 PSI. And then all the way up here, that is the Valet mode. So we're going to be testing only the Valet mode, and then the high boost. The mid boost is only like 1 PSI lower. It's really not worth testing out that one. And then on the Cobb access port, we'll show you this. So if I go to performance, if I hit 0 to 60, it's going to basically wait until the car starts moving. Once it starts moving, this is going to have a little meter on it, and then it's going to calculate 0 to 60, 8th mile, all that kind of stuff. And then the GoPro, this one is going to be right there. So we're going to be able to see the speedometer, and I have the digital readout in the center, of course my gear and the tach. So let's give it a shot. We're going to start off with a base run of launch control, everything in race mode. I'm going to keep suspension in comfort just to help get some traction a little bit better. We're going to do 1 or 2 depending on how much I spin, just to get a baseline, the fastest this thing can do 0 to 60. And then we're also going to be doing like a second gear, maybe 20 or 30 mile an hour run. We'll figure that out once I start doing them. But to start, we are going to fully launch everything, keeping it in automatic just to take the human error out of it. Launch control, automatic, full race, everything. Here we go. Okay, way too much spinning, as you guys saw. Okay, I do not know if we're gonna get traction. That spun like crazy. Okay, so launch controlling might not work, but we'll do another test in launch control just to see if I've warmed up the tires now. If not, we're just going to do roll to 60s. The times won't be on par with the 2.7 0 to 60 that the stock car is claimed, but at least we'll get a really good basis for full-on tune, a roll to 60, comparing it to the slowest setting. So it might not be the best numbers, but the difference is what we're really going for, not the exact numbers. We are going to do take number 2. We'll see how much we spin. Here we go. Everything is ready. Wow, that's so much spinning. And the results are nothing because it spun way too much. So, all right, launch control, not going to happen. That is way too much power. That is just not going to work right now. Hopefully we can do very accurate, good back-to-back tests on this. I think those might be my marks right there on the ground. Okay, so now take number 3, I guess, at this point. We're in automatic. We're not going to do launch control. We're just going to accelerate really good, and hopefully we do not spin. Wow, that's up to 80 just like that. So 0 to 60 comes in at 4 seconds doing a roll like that. We were spinning in first once again, so I don't know how much different it'll be with the slower throttle response, but 4.023 for 0 to 60 on that run. So I'm going to redo those baseline runs. I don't know why the car didn't redline. I didn't realize that until I was actually editing the video. So I'm on a different road, but equally as flat. All right, here we go. That one was 3.8 seconds, not too bad. I'm going to give it just a little bit less gas and do another one. Hopefully we can dial that down just a little bit quicker. A little bit less gas. 3.7 seconds. So next test, we're going to put it into valet mode, so hitting cancel, going all the way up into map number 2. That is 8 PSI, which is, again, slower than stock. Stock is 13. This will be interesting because we're not going to have that crazy boost. All right, hitting that. Automatic. So that was actually not that bad. That was 4.182 seconds. I think the thing is, it did not spin at all off the line. It spun a little bit, but with the high boost, it ripped the tires up. It simply could not handle that. So I think we're fighting with the temperatures right now, so once we get into the rolls, I think that's going to be a lot more accurate. But next up, we're going to go back to high boost and put transmission into save mode. And 0 to 60 time, high boost, save mode. Wow, that's finally 80. Wow, 5.42 seconds. That's almost 5.5 seconds with a super slow roll to 60 like that. Now, I've never actually floored it like that with save mode, but it kind of hit boost, and then the gear change was slower. It didn't just get on boost right with the next gear change. That was impressively slow. That was funny. So next setting, though, we are going to put it into valet mode, which 8 PSI and no throttle response. That's going to be pretty funny. This is going to be funny. Okay, not quite 6 seconds, but 5.6 seconds. 5.6 seconds in a GTR 0 to 60. So now that we have finished up the 0 to 60 testing and everything like that, we are now going to do some rolls. So right now, let me hit cancel again and put it into the high boost setting. So second gear, let's do 25. 25. Well, I hit the rev limiter, so we're going to redo that one. So now 25 again. So that was 25 to 70, that's what we're going to do. So I will have to look at the video to see what that is, but I'll put it up on the screen. And then next up, we're going to now be in save mode, do the same thing. And I'm all on very flat ground, so pretty consistent around everything. That felt a lot slower between shifts and save mode. It's just like, it just doesn't want to do anything. So now back into race mode, and now into valet mode, which is 8 PSI. And finally, the last test now in save mode in the valet mode. So here we go. Let's get up to 25 again. And go. Pretty underwhelming, I will say. And then just for the heck of it, let's go back up to full PSI, race mode again, and do it now in that setting. There you have it. Traction actually just went on a little bit on that run. But that wraps up testing out all of the different tests with the car. I'll have to look back at the editing to see what the differences were for the roll. But that was pretty impressive for 0 to 60. It sucks that traction I could not hook up at all. Earlier when it was summertime, I could hook really well. But again, we are at about 42 degrees out actually, so it's a little bit colder than I expected. So unfortunately, that's what it was for 0 to 60 and launching it. But at least doing it from a roll, you could see the differences between how having low boost and then having 10 more pounds of boost affects the car, and the whole tuning of everything. Of course, the high boost setting is for the performance, the fastest thing possible. And then with the transmission in the save mode, it's just very slow to respond. You can give it half throttle and nothing really happens. And then between gear shifts, it's sluggish. It's just nothing like in race mode. Race mode, though, it's as fast as possible. Throttle response is as sharp as possible. But yeah, that wraps up taking a look at all of the different modes and everything like that. And we're gonna put everything back into race mode and keep on a high boost and have a little bit of fun on some nice backcountry roads. I mean, it truly makes you on your toes while driving, and like your eyes focus so much because that turbo it literally throws you back, and it's just so insane to drive. Oh man, I genuinely love driving this car more and more every time I get behind the wheel. Even daily driving it when I'm just going to work and back, not even hitting boost, just literally cruising, going as slow as you can go. It's just amazing how it always surprises me. It can drive normal and slow in automatic, just like a normal car, but then, man. But now save and valet again. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I had it almost full throttle. Nothing, a little bit of power, finally going a little bit. And then save and race mode. Nothing. Save mode does a lot. Save mode really tones down the car. And then in race mode again. And wow. Alright, well that effectively is going to end today's video. We're going to tone the car down, let everything cool down. All of my temperatures have stayed nice and everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video looking at the statistics and as scientific as I can possibly do it out on the back roads like this. Obviously, I'm not on radials on a drag strip, so I can't really get the best traction possible. But that was pretty interesting seeing the differences. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.